Rik Emmett on Triumph's bold songwriting credit decision. In a candid chat with Joseph Souto from Rock Show Critique, Rik Emmett, the talented guitarist and vocalist of the iconic Canadian rock band Triumph, opened up about a pivotal moment in the band's history, their choice to split songwriting credits equally among the three members after the release of their third album, Just a Game, in 1979. Emmett shared, "The songwriting process never changed. It was more about the dynamics of the business within the group. In the early days, when you brought a song to rehearsal, it was your song. It was mostly just Gil, Moore, drummer, vocalist, and me sharing our ideas, and the band would work on arrangements together. Sometimes, those arrangements took a lot of effort, especially with Gil's songs, but that was all part of the process." As the band began to gain traction and success, Emmett explained that the atmosphere shifted. When you're starting out and success is on the horizon, you're willing to make compromises and collaborate on many levels. Gil was gradually taking on more responsibilities, acting as the general manager and production manager, while Mike Levine, bassist-keyboardist, handled the record company relations and marketing. "I was focused on writing songs that would get us on the radio. After Just a Game produced hits like Lay It on the Line and Hold On, I realized I was earning significantly more from my SoCan checks than the others. I thought, this isn't right." They were managing the business side, and if they felt I was profiting unfairly, it could create tension. Emmett continued, "I didn't want to foster any resentment within the band, so I proposed we split everything three ways from that point on. I said, we can't change the past, but I'll put my SoCan checks into the band account, and we'll share the earnings." This didn't completely resolve the issue, though. Gil's songs didn't always perform as well on the radio, which was a challenge since radio favored high tenor voices like those of Foreigner and Rush, while Gil's voice didn't fit that mold. "We were always striving for hit songs that would showcase Gil's talent." Looking back, Emmett expressed no regrets about the decision to share songwriting credits. "I believe it was a wise choice. It benefits the rhythm section, who often rely on touring for income, while the songwriters might be cashing in on royalties. This kind of imbalance has caused rifts in other famous bands, like the Beatles and the Police, and I wanted to avoid that fate for Triumph." He reminisced about songs like A Magic Power, which he wrote entirely and taught to the band, and Somebody's Out There, which he demoed just before it became the lead single for The Sport of Kings. He insisted on keeping the arrangement intact, and it turned out to be their highest-charting Billboard hit. Emmett acknowledged that while he had the ability to craft arrangements, Gil's songs often needed more work, leading them to seek outside material to find hits for him. "I still think it's important to share songwriting credits in bands. However, when I went solo, I found that having a more centralized control suited me better. Now, I write books, songs, and guitar pieces without needing to share them, which is a joy in itself. If I were still splitting everything three ways, I'd need a much bigger pie to satisfy everyone." In a previous interview, Moore reflected on the band's decision to share credits, emphasizing the various contributions each member made. He noted that Mike Levine has always played a dual role as a musician and producer, which is often overlooked in songwriting discussions. They recognized that the creative input from production techniques was just as vital as the music itself. Moore also highlighted the significance of drumming in rock music, pointing out that the unique contributions of drummers like Neil Peart of Rush or Charlie Watts of the Rolling Stones are irreplaceable. After a tumultuous split in 1988 over creative and business differences, Emmett pursued a solo career while Triumph continued with guitarist Phil X for one more album before disbanding. For 18 years, Emmett was estranged from his bandmates until they finally reconciled. Rik's memoir, Lay It on the Line, a backstage pass to rock star adventure, conflict and triumph, was released in October 2023, offering fans a deeper look into his journey. Triumph, formed in 1975, quickly rose to fame with their powerful blend of rock anthems and thought-provoking lyrics, creating a legacy that still resonates with fans today. After 2 decades apart, the trio reunited for performances in 2008, and their story continues to inspire, as seen in the 2021 documentary A Triumph, Rock and Roll Machine.